Hey guys, Impulse Plays here. Now today we are playing Avatar Frontier of Pandora, and we are going for the Platinum Trophy. So we start off with meeting a character called Mercer and seeing the other Avatar kids in a classroom. We skip a bit forward and one of our sisters gets shot by Mercer, leading him to be the main villain.
You're just gonna go to sleep.
We then get told that we have to get into these cryopods.
It won't be long, okay?
So we do as we're told. We sit into this cryopod, and this is where we get to make our character.
You helped me before.
We
I'll help you now.
make a female avatar. Just get over it quickly so we can start. And we get broken out of our pod to find out that Mercer is hunting us down. We see him and the RDA blow a hole and roll on through to try and find the children, being us, our brothers and sisters. We watch Mercer have his little pep talk with his RDA crew.
Get rid of them.
And we decide to then make a run for it. We run through the doors and start running through the facility that we were housed. There's me punching, trying to find out controls. Slide through the door. We then run into a Navi warrior who gives us a radio and helps us find our way out of this facility.
They were looking for you. They found me.
We then get captured by an RDA mech suit, and you see Mercer and Hardin come over, and Mercer gives us our little evil pep talk to our face.
It hasn't got anywhere near the fight its sister did.
Murder.
We then get rescued and we escape once again, jumping down an elevator shaft. We break through a vent, and then we finally make our way out into the world of Pandora. Now this is such a beautiful world, but not for long, because we find the Navi warrior that helped us escape has been gravely injured. He then wants to send us on a little mission to get a healing plant for him.
Can't keep fighting.
So we get sent off to find a plant. This is where we get our bow. We come back to see the RDA have cornered him. We do what all Navi do, and we just use our bow on humans and wipe them out. We then get further down the story. We get our little electronic SID to help us hack doors. And this is where we hack our first console to get the resistance base up and running for power. We then get told to go and destroy a little mining tower that the RDA have set up. So after sabotaging the power and shooting the exhaust vent, we watch it blow up. And we watch Pandora take its life back over, growing more plants because it's not polluted. We move a bit further forward with the story to then finish the intro. And what a sight that is. We then get attacked by more RDA, where this Navi warrior comes down and rescues one of the injured humans and flies away back to their clan, telling us to find them there. This is where we get our first trophy for completing the Becoming quest. We then make our way to where this clan live, getting cornered at the door because obviously we seem different.
Etua invited me here to see her father.
We then, as we get let in, I decide to go create some arm sleeves, which then we get our second trophy craft a weapon or gear piece of superior rarity or higher. We then make our way to the chief,
Now you look
and we speak to the chief,
who we remember. The loss of your people.
who tells us
We value
we
their
seem
counsel,
special,
but we know you are not here to offer their wisdom.
You'll kill her if I don't help.
we then get sent on our way to find a RDA crash site, which is polluted Pandora, but also has a ground flying around. So we obviously help the Na'vi by taking out as many RDA as we possibly can. Here I am using my bow to take off enemies one by one. Further on in the story, we finally get access to our first Ikran. We get all the way over to it after taming it, and we create our bond. We now have access to flying around Pandora. We seal the bond,
Now name her. She has made herself yours.
and now we get to name our Ikran. We get to change our colour and give it a name. I decide to go for the bluish colour. We go for the name Talisi. And there we go.
I think I'll call you.
We have our first Ikran. Well, our only Ikran, shall I say.
Newborn.
We have made our bond.
To fly on thought alone.
So now we get to have our first
Mind
flight.
of another. Your hearts beating as one. You must secure the bond with a final act of trust.
How do I?
We then get pushed off the edge, where we call for our flying magnificent beast, and it saves us.
See them down there.
And up there.
We then have to land because we see an RDA facility,
Today we finish what they started.
and we
Let their
decide
ashes
to go
shroud the
infiltrate it
sky. I will
and bring it down. As we make our way through and fight the RDA, we get to the very end, and we have to use our SID tool again to hack this console at the very top to be able to destroy this facility. After making our way through this little puzzle, I finally hack it. And as I hack it, it sends off an electromagnetic pulse through the antenna, destroying the facility. And we see a Scorpion helicopter attacking the Ikram. It finally gets taken down.
Pandora,
We go back to the
be
chief
free.
of this clan, and we report what we have witnessed and what we have achieved.
What did I tell you? I had faith in you from the start. All grown up. Are you ready to look the part? Warrior of the people. Let
And as he's speaking to his people, we get our third trophy for completing the Push Him Back quest. Now we get tasked to go up into the upper plains to get all the other clans on board to take out the RDA. So we make our way into the upper plains. We raise this kite. And we see a new Na'vi member from a different clan riding a dire horse up to us.
Nassim sent me to speak with the Saik of the Zeswa.
Then we have found each other. You have been missed.
We then get to tame our first dire horse. We mount up on it, and we learn how to ride our dire horse. Riding it through the upper fields of Pandora. Just admiring the beauty of this world. We learn our controls on how to ride this horse. We then make it to the camp where we speak to these two sisters. And after speaking to them, we complete Hunt is Hunted, and we unlock the 4th trophy for unlocking 3 different recipes. We then move further on to attack more facilities, and we get to this point of the story where we are attacking another facility and trying to put a stop to the RDA's menace. Taking out these mech suits. A helicopter comes down, so we use my bow and arrow to take them out while taking a little bit of damage in the process. And now there's a massive lot of damage. As you can see, the RDA do have a lot of power, but we hold our own. We pull back, we heal, and now I get to use the shotgun. I throw down a stun, throw down another stun, and I use the shotgun to blast down the mech suit. We make our way through the base to another console that we need to hack. As we hack this console, working our way through. There we go. This unlocks the front doors, bringing in the clan to look at this little black market that is going on within the RDA.
This reeks of blood and men. Acrid and thick
It
with
seems to me that Hardin is you keeping trophies and selling them on to make a little bit of profit on the side.
fires in countless hearts.
We then go back to the sisters at the camp to receive our 5th trophy, Stronger Together, for completing the quest Combined Forces. We then gather up as many plants as we need for crafting to unlock a 6th trophy. Complete 30 Hunter's Guides for gatherable plants. And then, while we're flying around, we are scanning more wildlife to unlock another trophy. We then move further on in the story to find out that
Priya? Say again.
Alma really could have helped us, the children, against Mercer. And Mercer seems to have attacked the resistance base. He has somehow managed to find and track us down and decides to cause absolute carnage on this resistant base. Here we awaken to see John Mercer come over to our body once again and say this one needs locking up, which means we will be taken away and locked up in an RDA facility. We then wake up in a little room behind a shielded door. We then have some help to escape this facility, and as it is blowing up, we make our way out back into the world of Pandora. We jump into this lake, missing it, but we eventually get to it. As we get to it, we decide to swim to shore, trying to avoid any RDA and staying out of sight to try and reach back with the resistance.
They're looking for me.
They got flashlights and mech suits out, We then run into some skill points, and I decide to level them up, getting the trophy, becoming Navi, by unlocking 3 skills in each skill tree. We then end up back at a facility where ferals have been apparently been made. So we work our way through
No, are you there?
to scan this computer at the end to find out that these children
It's a hurry.
was the children from the start of the game, aka our brothers and sisters.
I found a photo. All
We find out a lot of information in this abandoned facility,
disruptive.
and we take it back to the Resistance. On our way back, we see these ancestral skills. For another trophy, you unlock 3 of them. So that's 9 trophies. We then take it back to the clan, and we find out that there has been a traitor in this clan.
I am not asking.
We tell them the truth, and he complies with linking up to show the knowledge that he is hiding. They link up. She sees everything, and she is tormented by this knowledge now. She is very upset.
I have seen enough.
We should bury her.
Then
This.
we progress further on to find Alma has unfortunately passed away due to some injuries.
I'll take it.
So the Na'vi decide to bury her, which is a nice touch. But she was working for Mercer. But we get our 10th trophy for clearing the mist by completing the Revelations quest. We then proceed forward with some side quests, helping out Priya Chen
We need you there.
with what she needs helping with to unlock the 11th trophy for the Eco Warrior. For completing Rising Pressure quest, we then make our way through
You shocked those amps.
the main facility to find Taylan,
I'm sorry. Are you okay? The hangar was supposed to be clear. I didn't get you, did I?
who we find out was the one that was actually contacting Mercer about our location, because he thought Mercer cared about him. I then fight my way through this facility base, taking out enemies as much as I can, shooting explosives, and just trying to really take out any RDA that I find. I sling a few grenades on them, causing more explosion and more damage, not letting them use the mech suits. Just being a right menace.
See you now.
Trying to shoot the glass? On second thought, go ahead.
We then find Mercer
Your ammo.
again, hidden behind bulletproof window.
If I were you, I'd take my hard-won freedom with both
He's given us another lecture
hands. You got used to metal.
on how he feels that he has won this fight against the Na'vi people.
You're drawn
But
back to places like this.
we know better.
To me,
We will finally defeat
Do this.
the
I
NRA.
will find a way to stop that charge.
you should get out while you still can.
Look who's
Mercer
talking.
is then
Harding left.
toying with
The
us.
Na'vi are tearing your base apart. You're alone.
We finally get to Mercer, but he captures us with a giant claw.
Showed half as much initiative at school.
And now we get
It's over, Mercer.
yet another
We lost
lecture
Bob's
from
place.
him.
This will all be destroyed.
You're such a waste of breath. You see this, Talon? This is what failure looks
We
like.
then watch Talon as he seems conflicted between Mercer and his brother.
Talon, remember!
Are you serious?
You can tell by
This is how you choose to
the
go
way his stance is. So we sing him a song, and he seems to be convinced. He then switches the claw, grabs it on Mercer, and pins him to the wall. Mercer is then stuck to the wall. We then rip this bracelet off his hand and escape.
It's happening.
We then come back to where the Navi have been sitting, destroying that base, and everyone starts celebrating.
I know you must hate me.
Talon tries to convince everyone that he's back, and everyone seems to agree. Which then gives us our reclamation. Complete the main campaign. Now, with the campaign done, there's a lot of collectibles around Pandora, and there's the list. We then, after touching our 20th, we get the trophy Full Bloom for touching 20 Bellsprigs, which also increase our health. We then search through the entire map, locating down all the collectibles, and we get our 14th trophy for touching the 20th sapling. Flying around getting the kites gets us the tethered kites. There's only 9. And finding all the windswept dolls will get you another trophy, doll collector. So that's 16 out of 32.
I'm done with that. This is nonsense.
We then
Right?
shoot through this building, enter it, to find an audio log
Priya?
and the last comic page to get the father and son in the stars trophy.
The father is reunited with his son.
Now, with the comics done,
Comic, anyway.
we move on. We then use an aerial takedown to get peak performance, which is unlock an apex skill after unlocking the majority of skills in one skill tree. We then rush around the map to try and find these locators to get the data retriever trophy, finding all these recon locations. We then destroy as many RDA facilities as we can, giving life back to Pandora. And after destroying this one, we get the Hit 'em Where It Hurts trophy for destroying 5 RDA outposts. We then move on to the little ones, the little drill sites, and also the big drill sites. And we get the Little by Little trophy for defeating 10 RDA installations. We then carry on all the way through, taking out as many as we can, and once we've cleaned out every RDA facility, we get the Reclaim Pandora, which gives us 100% air purification. We then find 30 notes around the map and 7 wind flumes, 12 wind flumes, sorry, to get us these last few trophies. We then get the Visions of Ancestors trophy for completing all the totems. And as I was doing another collectible trophy, we run into a big Viper Beast. After taking out this Viper Beast with a lot of arrows, shall I may say, we get the No Easy Prey trophy for defeating a Thanator. the non-feral version. We then come back to these mushrooms. By opening them up, we get the Mushroom Navigator trophy. And then doing the last collectible, we get the Fleet Floated trophy. Now the long grind of doing the clan contributions for all 3 clans, this one was a pain, but we got there in the end to get the one with the clans trophy for doing all the consumables for the clans. We then get the Kinglar Carer trophy for doing the Steady Wings quests, and finally we get a Good Listener trophy for collecting all the audio journals, which then gives us the Platinum trophy. Now this game was a lot of fun. It was a lot of grinding and a lot of time spent flying around. But if you enjoyed this, I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, leave a comment. If you enjoy and you see yourself coming back, hit the subscribe button. There's the Platinum trophy, and we are done with Avatar. Thank God. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, subscribe. Peace.